Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining the problem maximum even sum. So it was asked in Codeforces Round 1047 for division 3. You are given two integers a and b. You are to perform the following procedure. First, choose an integer k such that b is divisible by k. Then okay, we have to choose integer k such that b is divisible by k. Then we simultaneously multiply a by k and divide b by k. Find the greatest possible even value of a plus b. If it is impossible to make a plus b even, output -1 instead. So input they have given integer containing number of test cases. For every test case we have two integers a and b, and a b is greater than equals to 1, less than a into b, and this a into b is less than equals to 10 power 8. So the input whatever you are taking for a and b, it will not be in integer, because if you try to multiply, it will overflow. For integer we have up till 10 power 10, 10 power 9 you can think of, but it is long, so long we'll have to take long. So first let's try to understand with the example. We have 811877. So let me take one by one all the examples. So first we have is b is equal to 1. So what they're saying is they have given a and b, and these are integers, okay, and we have to choose integer k, right, in such a way that b modulo k is equals to 0, which means k divides perfectly b. So if that is the case, then what you need to do is you will have to in the next step you will have to do a into k plus b by k, and if you do that, so whatever the next a element will be in this form: a is equal to this thing and b is equal to this thing. So now if you take a plus b, and if it is even, so you will have to find this a plus b as one of the maximum element, right? So whichever a plus b, if it is even, then you will have to choose the maximum even number. So that is the problem statement that they are asking. So this problem is a bit, if you try to think of, it will be like difficult, but you will have to deal with other cases. So in the while solving in the contest, what I did is I took first a as even, then b as even. If both the numbers are even, so we'll have to deal in a way. If a is odd and b is also odd, we'll have to deal in a way, right? If a is odd and b is even, so we'll have to deal in a way. If a is even and b is odd, so you'll have to deal in a way. So now this example lies in this case wherein a is even and b is odd. So if that is the case, so if you initially take a plus b, this will give you 8 plus 1, which is 9, and this is not even number, so you can't take that. And whenever this is the case, now whatever even, in this case since it is 1, so if you even divide 1 by 1, what is the k wherein it divides b perfectly, which is 1 only, meaning this is b by k will be 1 by 1, it is 1, so it is perfectly divisible, right? So now even if you do if like 1 divides it, so what you will be doing is a into k you will be doing and b by k you will be doing. So a into k is like 8 into 1, which is 8 again, and 1 by 1 is a 1 again, so that is again a recursive thing. So in this case, if you see, your answer will not be possible. So if your answer is not possible, so in that case you will have to return -1. So in this case you are saying it is not possible. So okay, so 8 we have. What if you had b as 5? This is again odd number. So now you take the what do you say for that, prime factors of 5. So 5 is divisible by 1 and 5 it is, and 5 itself. So if you happen to choose k as 5, so let's say you have chosen k as 5, and you need to do a into k, which is 8 into 5, which is 40. So whatever number here you have, right, since a is odd, a is even, this is the case, and you're multiplying it by any number like even multiplied by, let's say, even or odd, this will always give you even number, right? So you're doing that thing only right now here. If you happen to choose like 8 into 8, if you do, which is both are even, so it is 64, which is even number. Here also it is odd, so it is even number. So whatever you do here, I mean, like this is b, right? B is odd, so its prime factor will never have 2 in that, right? It will never have 2. So since odd numbers prime factor is always odd, so no matter what operation, I mean which k you take, so that odd number you multiply it by a, so you will get even number. And since like um, here I've taken 5, so k will be family. If you divide it by 5, so you will get 1, which is again odd number. So even number plus odd number will never give you even number, right? This will never give even number. So that is the way, whenever if your a is even and b is odd, answer is not possible. So in that case you'll have to return -1. So I think you guys got to know how to deal with this case. So one more time, let me take 16 and 21. So again it lies in this case, which is even and odd. So its prime factor will be 3, and 3 7 is 21, and it will be 7. So again, if you take k as 3, so you divide it by 3 and you multiply it by 3, this will give you 48, and this will give you 7. So this is even and this is odd. So even, I mean, sum will never be even. So that is the case. So I think you are now clear with this case. Let me put this case aside. So whenever a is even and b is odd, your answer will be -1. Now what you have is a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 8, let's say. So a is even, sorry, a is odd and b is even, so it will go in this case. Now you'll have to understand, see, whenever a is odd and b is even, so initially whatever sum you will take, that will be always odd, because odd plus even will always be odd. If you take this case odd plus odd, in that case your initial sum can be positive, and not, it is always positive because both are odd, so it will be positive. So in this case it is not positive, I mean yeah, it is sorry, not positive, it is not even. In this case it is not even. So whenever it is not even, so initially you can't take it. So now whatever value you have, so here let's say you have a as 3 and b as 8 only, right? I'm not dealing with this right now, so I'm dealing with this. So if you want to maximize even sum you want to maximize. So whenever, if you want to maximize the even sum, so what is the I mean k, because a will be a into k, right? So what k you will choose in such a way that a into k will be maximized, right? If you want to maximize, so a into k should be maximized, and this b divided k should also be maximized. So if you want to choose, I mean, again here k is what? K is divisor of b. It's like b modulo k should be equals to 0. So what element, I mean if it is 8, so it's half, if you take 8 by 2, which is 4. So it is guaranteed that k cannot be more than 4. If you to choose k as 5, so it cannot divide. If you choose 6, it cannot divide. 7, it cannot divide. 8, it can divide. But if you choose 8, k as 8, so your now b will be b by k, which is 8 by 8. Right, since you are taking 8 as, I mean k as the b only, it's like b by b. So when you are doing b by b, you are getting 1. And no matter here even you have or odd you have, since this is odd, right? I mean b by k will be odd, so your answer will not be possible. That's why in order to maximize the even sum, you will be taking b's half element, right? So uh, you want k in such a way that that is uh, that divides b and it is half, right? When you take that half, so that half if you multiply it by a, so even if it is um, odd number or even number, it doesn't matter. So a into k will be your maximum, and b by k will be, it will be even number. B by k, it will be even number because b is even. You are taking half of that by 2, so you have even number. So one condition is satisfied. You got this, right? Now in this case our half is 4, right? So you will be taking a into k, which is 3 into 4, which is 12. So in this case it happens to be that it is even number, right? Because in this case it will always be even, because no matter if it is even or odd, so when you multiply it by even number, that will always give even number, right? So what you need to do is, for a given, I mean for this condition, whenever a is odd and b is even, so you need to make you need to choose k in such a way that it is b by 2. K, whatever you will be choosing, that is b by 2. So once you choose that, once you choose k as half of b, then you have chosen k as 4. Now you need to do a into k and b by k. So it is like 3 into 4 and b is 8, 8 by 4. This is 12 and this is 2. And if you sum this, this is 14, and this is the maximum possible you will be getting. And if you happen to choose, let's say, k as a smaller element, let's say, as I said, a into k should be maximum, right? So if you choose k is smaller, then obviously this sum will be lesser. Let me prove you. Like if you take k as 2, if you choose k as 2, which is lesser than 4, right? Now when you're choosing k as 2, it will be 3 into 2, and b will be 8 by 2. This is 6 and this is 4, and if you sum up, this is 10. So this is 14, this is 10. Obviously, like k, you will be taking half. So I think you guys got to know what to do here right now. So whenever a is odd and b is even, right? So in that case your answer will be a into k plus b by k, where your k is b by 2, right? I think you guys got to know. So we have dealt with 2 cases. Now let's try to deal with the other 2 cases. So in this only you guys should solve the problems. So let me deal with this case. A is 7 and b is 7. So now, yeah, as it lies in this case. So a is odd, b is also odd. So as I said, for an odd number, its prime factor will be, all the prime factors will be odd only. So like in school days you used to do, right? Let's say 21. You can't divide it by 2. Let's take 3. 3 sevens are 21. So 7 can be divided by 7 only. So its 21's prime factors are 3 into 7. So in the same way, 7's prime factor is only 7, right? So so now the thing is, you can only choose, since you want to do a into k again, right? And you want to maximize this. So let's say here a is 21. So you have the possibility of choosing 3, 7 or 21, right? These are some of the prime factors of b. 3 can divide b, 7 can divide b, 21 can divide b. So in order to make this a into k as maximum, what you will be choosing? So obviously you will be choosing the element b only, the maximum one. If you choose k as 21, so in this case your a into k will be 7 into 21, which is 147, and your b will be 1, right? B will be 21 by 21, which is 1. So now if you add these two, it will be 148, and this is the maximum possible even sum that you can get, right? So whenever you have a and b as both as odd number. So what you need to do is, okay, one more thing I did not say, let me explain here only. So it was 3 7 21. Now let me choose k as 7. If you choose k as 7, your a will be 7 into 7, which is 21, right? And your b will be, so it is 21 by 7, which is 3. Now if you choose sum, which is 24, right? So this is not the optimal. uh, Whenever you have a and b as both as odd, so choose k as b only. And whenever you choose k as b, since a is also odd and b is also odd, so if you try to do a into b, this will give you odd number. And when you divide odd number with odd number, sorry, in this case odd number by odd number, which are both are same, which is like b by b, this will always happen to give you 1. So if it is odd number and 1 is also odd number, if we add them, that will always be even number. So if I want to generalize this, what you can say is that if this was one of the case, this was second case, now third case, if a is odd and b is also odd, so in that case your answer will be what your answer will be, it will be a into k plus b by k, where k equals to b, right? So this is third case. So you can try with this example also. When a is 7, b is 7, so you will get answer as 50, because 7 into 7 is 49 plus 1, which is 50. Now let's try to deal with the last case, wherein let's say you have a as 2 and b as 3. So yeah, this is the last case. Since and one more thing I just wanted to add on here. What I just wanted to add on here is that I was thinking of this thing, like since a and b both are odd, so initially we can take a plus b as one of this sum, right? We can take sum, and odd plus odd will always be even. So we can take maximum of a plus b, comma this thing a into k plus b by k. So yeah, now here also what we can do is, uh, we have a and b both as even. So after doing a into k comma b by k, when you add this, it may happen that this is odd, right? So that's why initially only what we are going to take is that, so whenever both are even, so a plus b you take in answer. In answer, this is the answer that will be taking. And let's again try to think of a into b, you want to maximize because you want maximum even sum, so you want to maximize. And b by k also you want to maximize. So both if you want to maximize, then b what you need to choose. In this case also b you will be choosing b by 2, because it is even, so always it will be divisible. So in this case it is 6 b, let's take 6 not 3, 6 6 by 2 give you 3, so k you choose 3, so 2 into 3, which is 6, and 6 by 3, which is I'm taking b by k, which is 2. So if you happen to what I've taken, 2 into 3 is 6 and 6 by 3 is 2, and here it is 8. So let me check. This is fourth one, and fourth one we have 8 as answer, right? But when both are even, again we are taking half only. Because again, see, if you want to take half, which is 3 only, right, that will give maximum, because a into b when you're doing, so that will be, let me tell you what I'm trying to say. So see, you have a as 2 and b as 6. So what are the prime factors? You have 2, 3 and 6 you have, right? And why you will not be taking 6 k as 6? Because when you, this is even number, and when you try to divide it by b, this will give odd number. and since it is even number, no matter b by k, if it is even or odd, so that I mean a into k will be even, but your b by b will be odd, so even sum will not be possible. That's why I will not be taking 6. And I've taken k is equal to 3 and show you like you got answer is 8. But let me take case 2. When you're taking case 2, a is this and b is this. So if you happen to choose this is 7 but its sum is it is lesser than 8, right? Since it is not even, that is fine, but even if you get even number, that will be lesser than the half of the when you choose k as b by 2. So in this case also you need to choose k as b by 2 only. So I think you guys got to know how to solve this. Let me try to code it up in front of you. So we have test cases. So test case we have taken here, and we have two integers a and b, and as I said we need to take long. So I've defined here LL as long. I'll be taking long a b. Let me take their values, and yeah, only this thing you will be having. Let's take answer as -1 initially, and we need to check if a modulo 2, which is odd number, and b modulo 2 is also odd number. I mean both a and b are odd number. In that case your answer will be, as I said, that will be a star b plus 1, right? As I showed on the board. Else if you need to check if a modulo 2 equals to 0 and b modulo 2 equals to 0, which means both are even number. If that is a even number, so initially we can take sum as a plus b, and now we need to find half of the value, which is b by 2. So half you can take, or you can take k as defined in the question. So we will be taking k. Now let's find the value. The value will be I mean sum we can take. Sum will be a into k plus b by k. So once you have got this sum, you need to check if this sum is even, right? If that is the case, then you need to take answer as maximum of answer comma this sum, right? Else if one more case we'll have to deal with, a modulo 2, which means it is odd, and b modulo 2 is equal to 0, which means odd and even case. As I showed on the board, in odd and even case also your answer will be b by 2 and your sum will be a star k plus b by k. And if your sum modulo 2 equals to 0, which is even number, so in that case your answer will be answer comma sum. And whenever the case is like a is even and b is odd, so as I showed on that, in this case your answer will be -1. It will you cannot get the even sum. So at the end you will have to output this answer. Let's try to run it. So here yeah, it got accepted. So what is the problem name? Maximum even sum. Let's try to submit it. C maximum even sum. So yeah, it got accepted, it is saying. Let's try to check it here as well. Yeah, it got accepted like 2331. Sorry, it is B problem, not C. My bad. So yeah, we were submitting C problem. Let's try to submit it. It was maximum even sum. You have already submitted exactly the same code before. Okay, it is saying we have I have already submitted it. So I think you guys can try to submit this code and this will work fine because I've already submitted in the contest. So as you can see, the C problem, it was accepted. So yeah, in this way, okay, here also it is submitted, like as you can see. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I think in this way you could have solved the problem.